The metric number is A20A1487. So I will talk about the classical management theory. Based on the question, briefly explain the general view of classical management theory and its three schools of thought, which is the scientific management, the administrative management, and bureaucratic management. So I will explain short definition of classical management theory. So this classical management theory, it has the only physical and socio-economic need. So the social interest and worker satisfaction in favor of labor specialization, concentrated leadership and decision making in profit maximization, and this concept in the late 19th century and gained on the first half of 20th century. The prime purpose of streamlining processes, increasing efficiency, and improving the bottom line. The philosophy provides some concept that to some degree remain applicable in local business settings in terms of manufacture. Next, I will explain about three schools of thought, which is scientific management, the administrative management, and also bureaucratic management. I will explain the scientific management first. So this management known as a management theory, which is increased in popularity with an emphasis on improving the staff productivity. And this management is developed by Frederick Taylor, and he proposed a scientific study of tasks and the worker who perform with him. So the mission was to provide staff with the resource they needed to maximize their productivity and also the production. And in the scientific management, it also has four main principles of classical and science management, which is one of them is using science administration and also company leadership. Second, I will continue with the administrative management. So this management method of organizing staff in hierarchical way that involves a precisely defined duties, division of labor, and organizational hierarchical structure. And this management principle stresses optimizing an organization efficiency and overall operation. So the main role is Henry Fayol, who known as the field and the main roles of the administration. And last is bureaucratic management. So this management focuses on operating the organization through a hierarchical structure of roles. And this management have each category of workers in bureaucratic management must report to a higher authority, which is the CEO or the president of the company. So Henry Fayol as the main rules are explaining the specific function of the management on how regulators act and how a business can be run by spreading the authorities. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Classical management theory was introduced in late 19th century. It became widespread in the first half of the 20th century as organizations tried to address issues of industrial management, including specialization, efficiency, higher quality, cost reductions, and management-worker relationship. The major contribution of classical management theory. First is clean organizational hierarchy. The pinnacle control is typically the board of administrator or the leader executive. A hierarchical employer is an organizational shape wherein each entity inside the employer, beside one, is subordinate to an unmarried different entity. For example, participants of hierarchical organizational system mainly talk with their institutionally advanced and with their institutionally subordinate. Structuring cooperation on this manner is beneficial, particularly due to the fact it is able to lessen the communicate overhead via a way of means of prescribing record flow. Second is the division of labor. This approach allows employers to narrow their areas of expertise and make a specialization in one area. Small business owners can take advantage of this approach if they want to increase production with minimal expenses. For example, each employer performs a specific task to increase business efficiency and productivity. Third is driving by monetary rewards. In other words, they will work harder and be more productive if they have an incentive to look forward to. This provides easier workforce management. Managers should pay according to the skill level possessed by an employer. For example, if an employer has a high proficiency certificate in ICT skill, and the management must pay a salary at a high rate to make the employer feel valued, and the employer will increase their job productivity in the future.
Hi, my name is SYAMIMI binti RASDI and my matrix number is A20A1726. Now I will explain the drawbacks of classical management theory. The main weaknesses of classical management theory exist due to the rigid governance structure. One of the main principles of classical management theory is to increase productivity and efficiency. However, the achievement of such goal often neglects human relationships. For example, manager will use assembly line method and project management theory that focus on the efficient division of tasks. However, manager neglects the relationship aspect in employees in the process of trying to predict and control human behavior. The second is an increase in the level of stress given to the employees. Classical management theory is primarily concerned with employee productivity and output. As a result, employees may feel increased pressure to complete tasks within a certain period of time, which can lead to stress and frustration. And the last one is limiting the implementation of new ideas and concepts. This management theory is based on the belief that there is an accurate way to complete the task for maximum production. As a result, organization ability to develop and apply new ideas and concepts is often limited and cause employees to feel limited in their ability to express their unique ideas and values. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is YASMIN and my matrix number is A20A1402, and I will present about the classical management theories to today's work context. The classical management theories is very important to today's work context to handle production, operation to be more efficiently and smoothly. The first classical approach is scientific management. This approach emphasizes scientific research to increase employees' productivity and emphasizes the concept of efficiency in production. This approach avoids wastage of energy and produces optimal work performance. Nowadays, work scheduling is an important method of work for planning, scheduling and controlling the cost of a task or operations so that employees can complete the tasks according to predetermined schedule to ensure work orderly and timely. Besides, administrative management focus on the role of manager to manage organization as a whole. Management is a process because it has 5 main functions, namely planning, organizing, directing, coordinating, and controlling to manage the organization efficiently. Today, managers use a collaborative approach with employees to solve the problem when performing the task in an organization. Good relations between employers and employees is crucial to ensure that individual goals and organization goals are aligned so that the organization can be governed, become more efficiently and effectively.
The last point is bureaucratic management. Bureaucratic management was introduced by Max Weber, which emphasizes authority and management today. This approach has introduced the theory of management bureaucracy to create efficiency and effectiveness for the organization. Hierarchy and authority must be clear so that all activities can be coordinated so there is equality in decision making. This will be easier for the organization to decide the best decision to make all the activities that they have been discussed will be clear. So that all activities will be working nicely. Today, the concept of bureaucracy brings many problems to large organizations, especially government, because it involves many stages in decision making and more conservative process than the result of the work. This will be hard for the government to make the most clear decision because there are many stages of decision making, and that will be harder for them to choose the great and the best decision to make sure the process of the work will be. In conclusion, classical management theory was important to today's work context because this theory can serve as a guide for an organization in managing an organization. This is because this can be a guide for the organization to make a decision for their work. This will be easier for them to make the best decision for their company to make sure they can managing the organization well and successful. Today, many small business owners still depend on classical management theory to help them grow and prosper. Because of this, theory can serve as a guide for them to make sure their business grow and successful to them. It is an easy way for them to managing their business and the best way to make sure they can bring and create their business to a higher level of the organization.